Taxation on Apple iPhones. What are the taxes applied by various governments on Apple iPhones? The taxes applied to an Apple iPhone can vary depending on the country and region where it is being purchased. In the United States, for example, sales tax is typically applied at the point of sale based on the state and local tax rates. In some states, there is no sales tax on certain items, while in others, sales tax can be over 10% of the purchase price. In the European Union, value-added tax, VAT, is applied to the purchase of goods, including iPhones. The VAT rate can vary depending on the country, ranging from as low as 17% in Luxembourg to as high as 27% in Hungary. In other countries, such as Australia, a goods and services tax, GST, is applied to purchasing goods, including iPhones. The GST rate in Australia is currently set at 10%. It's important to note that taxes can also change over time, so it's always a good idea to check with local authorities or Apple themselves to determine the exact taxes that may apply to an iPhone purchase in a particular region. What is the import duty applied by various governments on Apple iPhones? Import duty or tariffs on Apple iPhones can vary depending on the country where the device is being imported. For example, in the United States, iPhones are not subject to import duties or tariffs as they are manufactured in China, which is currently exempt from U.S. tariffs on electronics. However, certain components of the iPhone may be subject to import duties if they are manufactured in countries that are subject to U.S. tariffs. In the European Union, iPhones are subject to a customs duty of 0%, which means they can be imported into any EU member state without additional tariffs. In other countries, such as India, iPhones are subject to import duties. As of 2021, the basic customs duty on imported mobile phones in India is 20%. Additionally, there may be other taxes and levies, such as a social welfare surcharge or a goods and services tax, GST, that are applied to the import of iPhones. It's important to note that import duties and tariffs can change over time and can be subject to trade negotiations between countries. It's always a good idea to check with local authorities or with Apple directly to determine the exact duties and tariffs that may apply to an iPhone import in a particular region. Country-wise import duty on Apple iPhones list? Here is a list of import duties on Apple iPhones in selected countries. 1. United States, 0%. 2. European Union, 0%. 3. India, 20%. 4. China, 10%. 5. Australia, 0% under the Australia-United States Free Trade Agreement. 6. Canada, 0% under the North American Free Trade Agreement. 7. Japan, 0%. 8. Brazil, 60%. 9. Mexico, 0% under the North American Free Trade Agreement. 10. South Africa, 0% under the Southern African Customs Union.